Hello, Joyful Tribe, and welcome back. Trust everyone is doing well. Today, I share how to make tomato paste at home. Plus, I'll show you 2 ways to store them for the longest time. To my kitchen sink, I'm going to now pour in some tomatoes. The best kind of tomatoes to use for tomato paste is called Roma tomatoes, but you can use any kind of tomatoes that you find. Now, let me also mention that this sink is strictly for kitchen business. I do not wash my hair in there, neither do I brush my teeth in there as well, and it's been cleaned as well. So to the tomatoes, I added some water, salt. You can also use vinegar. I let it sit there for a few minutes, then I'm going to now start removing the stalk and rinse it twice before I proceed. Today's virtual hug is for Catherine watching from America and Folashade watching from Warri in Nigeria. Thank you for always watching and liking my videos. Please let me know where you're watching from so I can send you a hug in my next video. Also, if this is your first time here, thank you so much for clicking to watch. Please don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on your bell notification so you'll be among the first to know anytime I upload a new video, and it is free of charge. They don't charge you for it. To my returning subscribers, I love you all so much. Thank you for always coming back to watch. Next, I'm going to peel some beetroot. This right here is super nutritious, but today we're using it mainly for the purpose of color. We want our tomato paste to be very bright. This is very optional. You don't have to add it. Just make sure your tomatoes is very ripe. It is natural and also very effective. So peel it, cut it into small chunks and set it aside. This can stain your hands, so wear hand gloves if you don't want your hands to be stained, but I did not mind. It didn't even stain my hands because I washed off my hands immediately. Alright, so now back to the tomatoes. I'm going to cut them into smaller chunks and then de-seed them. Removing the seed is very optional, but I like to do this to speed up the cooking process. In case you're wondering what I did with the seed, I threw them out because I did not have any use for it. You can pour this in your garden so it can grow and produce plenty of tomatoes for you, or blend it, boil it down, and then add it to your stew. Now that is done, cut up the tomatoes into even smaller sizes to help your blender. Still watching? Then this is a good time to please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. Now that is done, it is time to blend. I'm going to transfer this into this blender and blend until it is very smooth. I'm going to try not to add water. Try not to add water. Remember, we're trying to run away from water. So blend this very well till it is smooth, and then you're going to now pour into the pot. But I don't like to pour directly into the pot. I'm going to pass it through a sieve to catch any tomato skin that did not blend well. And as you see in a few, I got a lot of tomato skin. So straining is kind of necessary. Once I'm done, I'll continue blending until everything is done. Blend the beetroot as well together with some tomatoes and then pour this directly into the pot. I went to pass this through a sieve and it was a complete waste of time because, this blend was a bit thicker and my sieve was very fine. So I had to, do the needful. So yeah, just pour it into the pot. Mix everything well to combine, and we're going to start cooking this on medium-high heat until it reduces. Every now and then you want to go now, check on this, scrape down the sides of the pot to be sure everything is cooking beautifully. You also want to keep an eye on it so it doesn't boil over. At this time, as you can see, it is properly reduced now. We still have a bit of liquid in there, which is okay. Now I'm going to go in with an immersion blender to get it even smoother. You don't have to do this, just cook. Once it is reduced, take it off the heat. So if your preferred method of preservation is the first one, which I'll show next, then you may not have to cook it until it is this reduced. Just put it on fire. Once it begins to boil vigorously and begin to thicken up a bit, transfer into a chiffon cloth like this or a cheesecloth, and then let it strain overnight or for a good number of time till all the liquid is out. Also, placing a heavy object on it is going to help remove the liquid faster. And there you have your tomato paste. That is our first method. If your preferred method is the next one, which is the second method, then you want to cook down the tomatoes till it is thickened up. Then you're going to now transfer into Ziploc bags. I'm using some ice cube trays, cover and freeze them. These two methods can last in your freezer for as long as you want, as long as it is frozen. So the next morning, I'm going to now reveal the result. So this was the first method. Now you can see all the liquid that came off these tomatoes. Some of that color went with it, but we still have a lot more in the tomatoes. Look at that. Now this is it. Our tomato paste is ready. The second method is ready as well, and it is rock frozen. So let us bag them. For the first method, I'm going to pack everything into this Ziploc bag. You can also portion them so that whenever you want to cook, you just take one and get going. But I'm going to put everything in one bag and freeze them. In case you're wondering what to do with tomato paste, you can do a lot with tomato paste. You can make chili beans with it, you can make stew, you can make jollof rice, and so much more. I'll leave a few links in the description box. So seal this properly before you freeze. Finally, the second method, I'm going to, wiggle it around to remove it from the silicone ice cube tray and then pack in a Ziploc to freeze again. Whenever you want to use this one, I love how convenient the second method is because I just get 1 cube or 2 cubes and throw into the pot. And this is how you make your own tomato paste at home with no nonsense added. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.